too dope, kid.
You are now listening to the Internal Affairs podcast.
Welcome back. This is the Internal Affairs podcast. We back for part 2, Matters of the Heart. Once again, one of my near and dear subscribers requested that I do a part 2 to Matters of the Heart. I had mentioned in the part 1 of Matters of the Heart that I would do a part 2, and I'll probably do a part 3, part 4, because man, love is endless. Love goes on and on, but a lot of times what people don't really speak about or really dive into is those times when they really got hurt. You feel what I'm saying? Or they might dive in that a little bit too much, either way, but because I've been hurt. I'm sure a lot of y'all been hurt too, but have you been hurt? I'm talking about the type of hurt that, build up a wall around you, a shell that you don't even know exists until maybe somebody tried to break through that shell and, love you, nurture you, care for you. I feel like it's really levels, man. I feel like with love, I know this, you're not going to know what it is until you find it in yourself. And I've noticed like a little algorithm, maybe that's what I want to call it, a system, like it's like kind of systematic to how love goes. Like when you're seeking it, and not knowing what it is, not knowing how to identify it, maybe the way you was raised, you might not have had solid demonstrations of how to receive love or how to give love. Then you have people that had good foundations on how to love, and some of them don't know how to receive love, but they know how to give love, if that even makes sense. But you always come to find that everybody ain't lovable. Everybody's not lovable. And at different times, though. It's not all the time, because sometimes I'm lovable, sometimes I'm not. Like, I just came from a period of time, and I'm still coming out of it, where I truly feel like, I'm not lovable in an aspect of I can't accept it. Not that I'm not worth love, not that I'm not a good person, or I'm not somebody you should love, but if I can't accept it, then it can never be reciprocated. So you can love the shit out of me all day long, and if I cannot receive that, then it cannot be reciprocated towards you, and it's going to make you feel drained. It's going to make you feel like, what's wrong with you? What did I do? What do I need to do? What should I do? And things of that nature. And I've been on both spectrums. First of all, one of the sides of the spectrum that I know oh so well, and that's seeking love so hard, wanting love so hard, feeling like I need it, yearning for it, searching so hard, and not even knowing that the reason why I'm searching and I'm seeking and I'm yearning and I'm wanting is because I truly don't know what it is. Because if I knew what it was, I would know I already have it, right? And that's some cliche shit. People always say, oh, you just love on yourself and all of this, that, and the third, and it sounds good, and it sounds like 2 + 2. But that's not something that's easy to do. First of all, we have all type of insecurities, we have all type of doubts, we have life circumstances, we have obligations, and sometimes it's hard to like catch up with yourself on a day-to-day basis and accept yourself at that moment in time. And I feel like true love is when it's unconditional. And what I mean by, a lot of people say unconditional, but what I mean by unconditional is that what it means really, like, whatever condition you show up in that day, you have some type of compassion for yourself. You have some type of, you give yourself a break. You be a little bit gentle with yourself, because if you don't do it for yourself, who else is going to do it, right? But before we know these things, right, like I said, you'll be seeking, searching, yearning, needing, wanting love so bad. And because you don't know what it is, you running into all of these people, all of these things that are not it. And because, like I said, you don't know what it is, you got to find out the hard way. And I'm somebody that found out the hard way. I'm somebody that been hurt. I'm talking about hurt, y'all. I'm talking about like hurt. So imagine, and I know a lot of y'all been through it, imagine just being so in love with the idea of being in love, or the idea of love. You're so in love with it. It's so magical to you. It's so big to you. It's so bright to you because you haven't had it yet. It's like you're a child that see that piece of candy or that fruit or whatever the case may be, and you haven't had it yet. So it's like, yo, you just can't wait. It's like your tail wagging. You can't wait. The only problem is you're looking for someone to give you something that you can't identify. So they could come to you with a bowl of shit, feed you a bowl of shit and tell you it's love. And the next day feed you a bowl of grapes and yo, that's love too. And then by the time you figure out, yo, none of this is love, and you'll still be lost. You'll still be wondering and seeking and searching. But it'll pinpoint you and lead you back to yourself a lot more, depending on how severe the situation was. So it's really data. You're gaining all of this data, but it hurt though. It hurt in the end. It hurt. You know what I mean? So you're gaining all this data of what love is not. So, okay, let's say you was in a so-called relationship, entanglement, whatever they doing these days. I've been caught up in all of them. Shit. I was looking for love everywhere. So I found myself overcompensating, doing too much, staying on the phone too long, person having a whole nother half-hour conversation with they peoples and their kids, and I'm just sitting over there like a sucker just waiting on them because I'm trying to demonstrate, yo, this is love, yo. You gotta be patient, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be there for a person for ups and the downs and whatever, and just believing that's love, like some form of sacrificial loyalty. That's the main thing people get love mixed up with, like sacrifice. And it is some sacrifice in love, but not at the expense of yourself. Not at the expense of damaging yourself to the point where you can't operate, you can't function, and you have nothing left to truly give yourself. Nothing is worth that. So, and I don't write nothing down. I found like trying to write stuff down, because I'm still a little new at this podcast and stuff. I be trying to write stuff down and like give it to y'all in bullet points, and it never works. So I just be like, I'm gonna rock with y'all when I feel good about it and I feel like getting into it, and give you something you can think about. Okay, so like I'm doing all this overcompensating, right? You doing all this overcompensating, you showing up on time, and you just want this, you want whatever this love thing is to be like shown to you, given to you, like, because you just feel like you need it so bad. So you're doing all these things, and it's kind of like you got that face on, like, did I do enough yet? Are we there yet? Is this love yet? Or do you like me enough? And like you're really truly asking for something you can't even accept, right? So in the end, right, when it all ends, when this person do you dirty, or you figure out they lied to you, or maybe they just wasn't, what we're going to talk about in a few minutes, they just wasn't open to love or able to love, or they was just so shut down. Maybe they had went through a prior experience that had shut them down, because that's real true. We're going to get into that too. So for whatever reason, you didn't know what love was, so you couldn't accept it. So whether they was giving it to you or not, that's another story. Now you just stuck with yourself. Now it's just you. Not only is just you, it's all these ideas, a million thoughts about why. Why wasn't I accepted? Why wasn't I loved? Why wasn't I included?
You are now listening to the Internal Affairs podcast.
Why wasn't I enough? And if you take some time and you ask yourself these questions over and over and over and over again, and you're willing to put the work in, you're willing to take the time out with yourself, it starts slow, but man, it's a process. You begin to start to like accept yourself on a day-to-day basis. It's not gonna all happen at one time. You wake up ugly on Monday, then accept yourself on Monday. You wake up cute on Tuesday, accept yourself on Tuesday. On Wednesday, you might be oogly. Accept yourself on Wednesday. I don't know, I might have said Tuesday twice. I don't know. Listen, anyway, any day you wake up, you accept yourself. You know what I mean? You learn to accept what's there, little by little. And then you find, oh shit, I don't even, this is love in itself. It's a slow growing, learning and teaching process of acceptance. This is my definition. This is from what I know from my own experience of learning to, beginning to learn to accept myself. Because I don't think love can't come through nothing but acceptance. So as I begin to love myself and accept myself more and more every day, I was like, okay, I could look back and I could see like, no wonder I got played. No wonder I wasn't lovable. How could I be lovable? I never knew what it was. Shorty probably was looking at me like, man, this is just somebody that I could just use on my lunch breaks while I go to work just to talk to. You know what I'm saying? You know, he don't know what's going on. He looking for love. He looking for LOVE. Let's go into when you want to love, right? Now, we gonna come out of you just got played, right? You just got played, you just got hurt. Nah, you ain't just get hurt, you just got hurt. And now it's time to be loved, truly be loved. You know, now you got an idea what it is. You cool with yourself. You done got your self-love on. You done did the self-love is the best love. Put your love. You done did all that. You done got with yourself. You think you cool, you know what I mean? And then love show up, real love, like the person that really know themselves. Or even if it's a person that don't know themselves, a person that is willing to worship the ground you walk on. A person that is willing to include you and willing to consider you, willing to involve you in all aspects of their life. And because you just came out of the space of getting duped, getting dubbed, getting played, you looking at it like, man, I'm not doing that again. So everything looked like the enemy. Now you're not looking for love no more. You looking for what's not love. You looking for what's the red flags. You looking for what are you trying to get me into. You looking for what do you want from me. Because now you suspicious. You like, wait, hold on. This person might be just like how I was. They might just be looking for love and don't know what it is. Or they just might be trying to play me like the last one. You get what I'm saying? And all along, this person might just see the world in you, you know. But either way, like I said, this person is making gestures towards you that seem to be genuine. They're giving you their time, their attention, their space. And like I said, making sure you're included in their endeavors and everything. Like, you know, their life might be an open book to you. And I'm guilty of this, slowly but surely, in my own mind. Thinking about what happened in the prior situation, what happened in the past, I build up a story of this person that they don't deserve. Like absolutely nothing might not even show that this person is doing anything wrong, that this person has any malice intent towards me or anything, but because I'm so traumatized. And I really believe like we need, I'm not going to say doctors, but we need like counselors. We need like people to counsel people that not just regular therapy, just specifically for coming out of love and breakups. Like when you know you get PTSD from that shit, you start seeing shit that ain't there. You be like, person bring you home your favorite snack and you looking like, yo, this motherfucker trying to trap me into the day. Like you just like you so hypersensitive to everything that you will ruin the relationship. You could ruin that person. You could even further ruin yourself. Because like I said, now is one thing, because you still you learn, like I said, you learn to love yourself a little bit. You learn to accept yourself, but you still don't know what it is to be loved. You know that you might know what it is to accept and love yourself, but you don't know what it is to be loved. And you don't know what it is to love. I don't know. I'm getting stuck right here a little bit, y'all. I'm thinking like, yo, is they one and the same? Y'all? Yo, email me at internalaffairs, spelled just like the podcast, internalaffairs11@gmail.com, and or comment on the YouTube or whatever you hear this at, and let me know like, yo, is to be loved and to love one and the same. I think both of them are a lesson in themselves. I think they kind of separate. I think they separate lessons. I can't. Matter of fact, now I think about it, I know they separate lessons. Yeah, now it's time for you to receive love, and you shut down. You got to share love. You got to wall love. And I've been to a point where, this is very recent, I've been to a point where I'm like, yo, I want to just be open, and I don't even know how no more. I didn't practice shutting down so much. I didn't practice saving all my energy for me now, and I don't even need love no more. I love myself now. The self-love journey. You know what I'm saying? I'm on that now, and telling myself, oh, I don't need it. Plus, it's dangerous. Plus, it's very dangerous at that point in time when you think about it like, yo, I ain't trying to open up no more because I ain't trying to be back crying in the fetal position no more. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, it's a slippery slope. But I feel like this point in my life, I'm like, and this what brought me to doing this particular podcast. I'm like, yo, I'm opening back up, and I just want to love, period. I feel like loving, if you just love without the need of being loved, like without, when you know what love is, and you like, you've been hurt already, and you like, you cool, you done found yourself, you cool with yourself. It's like, yo, the best thing I feel like I could do, the only thing I feel like I could do at this point in my life is to love, learn more and more about giving love, being more compassionate, being more accepting, because I have been so selfish in this time of having my shell up, having my wall up, of looking at everybody like the opposition, like they taking up space when they come in my space, like they want something from me, like their obligation and not an asset, and not even really truly checking to see if they are, just looking at it like, hold up, man, this space right here, I done let somebody in this space and they done did me wrong, they done did me dirty, I ain't having that no more. Truthfully, that's an ugly space to be in. That's a hard, you know how they say you in between a rock and a hard place? Man, to not have the ability or to forget, because I just felt like I was so PTSD, I forgot how to love. I forgot how to accept others. I forgot how not to be so critical of others and criticize everything they do and look for red flags, that it was just like people had became like almost a burden to me as soon as they try to get in my life, as soon as they try to find a place or fit in my life or add any, even if they add value, I will devalue it, because it's like, I don't know how consistent you gonna be, and then when you run away from me or you lie to me or whatever this, that, and the third, I'd rather just call you a liar now. I'd rather just call you a thief now, or whatever I gotta do to get you away from me, to get you out of that space, because you're getting too close. Getting a little vulnerable now. I'm getting a little shaky. Not realizing, like, and looking back like, damn, at some point you needed love too. You wanted to be loved too. So it's like I'm at a point right now, like I just want to freely give it, because I feel like through the hard lessons, I got a good idea of what it really is. Through pain, through a whole bunch of nights of crying and all that, I have an idea what it really is. And to sum it all up, I really just feel like it's a vulnerability, nakedness, rawness, closeness, intimacy. It's not, you can't have a thought in your head, an idea in your head, and then truly love somebody or be loved. I don't know. That might be it. You know, we gonna do this Matterz a Heart thing, part 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's not like I gotta fit everything in one podcast, but you know, hit me up. Let me know what you think. Let me know when you was in a situation that you got hurt. Let me know when you was in a situation that you just got hurt. Or maybe you was in a situation where you hurt somebody. See, that might be part 3. I ain't even get into that when you're in a situation where you the one that just straight up out here hurting people, because I've been there too. But I'm probably gonna get into that on part 3. You know what I mean? I didn't ramble long enough. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna holler at y'all on the next one.
You are now listening to the Internal Affairs podcast.
Kato, you way too dope, kid. Kid.